Hey there, this is Heather from Wise On Marketing. Now, you probably are aware of the fact that most business owners are not charging enough for what they do. That's why we get into business for ourselves, is we want that freedom to be able to do what we love and to get paid well for it. And so today I want to talk to you about pricing. And this is really a lot of mindset work that we need to do for pricing. And I have been blessed to work with many coaches over the last few years who have really helped me with my pricing mindset. And I know that I have more growth and work to do in this area, but I thought I would share some of the things that they have helped me with and see if they'd be things that would be helpful to you too. So we're going to talk about three different things today. We are going to be talking about valuing your knowledge and who you are and what you do. I would like to talk about pricing based on the results that you deliver, not the time that you're putting into it or something along those lines. And then I want to give you a tip that I have used in order to make it easier when you raise your prices to really step into that and to be able to communicate that confidently. Because if you are hesitant about your price, your sales leads that you're talking to on discovery calls and stuff, they're going to feel that and they're going to try to negotiate things down. So let's start with your knowledge. I'd love you to take out a pen and paper, and I want you to list off as many of the courses and programs, conferences, things that you've spent money on in order to gain the knowledge that you have right now. And that could be classes you've attended, it could be degrees that you've attained, it could be, digital courses that you've gone through or workshops that you've attended. Anything along those lines. Make a list, a brain dump of as many things as you can think of and how much you remember them costing. Don't take the time to go look it up and, be a perfectionist about this. Just ballpark. I think that course was around $5,000 that I paid for back, 2 years ago, whatever that might be. Make a list of all of those and add it up. How much has this education cost you? How much did you spend to get to where you are now knowledge-wise? Then I want you to go back to that and make another column where you list off about how many hours you have gone through reading those books, listening to those podcasts, going through those trainings, attending those conferences, getting on those webinars, whatever it is you've done, the master classes, all the things, the books, everything that you've purchased. How much time have you spent going through and gaining that knowledge? An easy way to do this, if you can go through each one and you know about how much you spent, that's fine. Or take a look at the number of weeks, months, years you've spent gaining the wisdom that you have right now in your business. And so tally that up. Have you spent 5 hours a week over the last 5 years? Well, do the math, figure that out. Then I want you to think about your last job, okay? Not you working for yourself, but the very last job that you had and how much you got paid. We're not going to try to, inflate this value and make it so big that it's oh, I made $1,000 an hour when maybe you didn't. Maybe you made $30 an hour or $50 an hour or $15 an hour, whatever it might be. But I want you to take the number of hours that you've invested in your education, and I want you to multiply it by that amount, whatever amount it was that was the highest amount you've been paid by somebody else to do what you do, okay, in your line of work or a similar line of work. What is that hourly rate? Okay, so you should have two really big numbers right now. The investment of all the courses and the books and the training and everything else, and then the value of the time that you have invested in gaining this. Add them together and then look at that number and let it sink in. I bet if you're like me and like the clients that I've helped do this, that number is really big. And when you sit in that and you sort of absorb that impact of how much effort, work, money, time, and energy you've put into getting to where you are right now, it's going to change how you look at what you do. And you're going to feel a whole lot more self-worth and you're going to value what you do a whole lot more. So that is step one. Step two is I'm going to tell you a little story. We're talking about pricing on value versus pricing on time. So we moved into this new neighborhood, and our neighbors are all putting in new lawns. And we have a woman across the street who's a single woman. She's a little bit older, and she asked my son, who is 13, is now 14, if he would mow her lawn. And she was willing to pay him $75 to mow her lawn. It's a big lawn. We've got a little bit of land. And so he was so excited. He's like, I'm going to be rich. He's thrilled to be making $75 a week mowing her grass. And we had a push mower, and it was on our list, and we just hadn't bought it yet, to buy a riding lawnmower. So he, for the first few weeks, pushed that mower. It took him a long time to mow that yard, but he'd go up to the front door, collect his money, and come home feeling totally happy. Well, we get the riding lawnmower because our yard's finally starting to come in, and he goes and does it, and it takes him a third of the time to mow the lawn with the riding lawnmower. And so he came back and said, Mom, should I charge her less? Should I get paid less for this? And I said, absolutely not, because she's paying to have her grass mowed. She doesn't care if you push it. She doesn't care if you're going to use a riding lawnmower or if you can create some magic wand that just does it in a second. It doesn't matter what it is. She's paying to have her yard look nice, and she wants her yard to be cared for and look beautiful in the neighborhood. And so it was a little lesson that I gave him on results-based pricing. Well, we've talked about this with our clients, going through coaching programs and things like that I've worked with clients on. And so many of us look at it like, oh, you know what, that's going to take me about an hour to do. I think I'm going to charge this amount. And we end up undercharging ourselves because we are efficient at what we do. We are learning new things and time-saving tricks and ways to do things easier. And we have skills and tools and knowledge and stuff that makes what we do easy for us. But it's not easy for everybody else, right? I mean, the woman across the street, it would be very, very, very difficult for her to get out and push her lawn or do a riding lawnmower. That would be a challenge for her. So look at your business that way. If you're charging hourly and you get something done really quickly, well, you're now basically undercutting yourself because, they're paying a lot less for the same results. So look at the value of the results that you provide to people. And what is the value that they're going to get from that long term as well? So if you're looking at, in my case, building a website for somebody, that is an investment. Okay, that is something that's going to earn them money. It's not an expense where they're spending money. It's something that's going to earn them money. So I can charge more for that. Even if you don't have like a business to business type of offer, you think of a health coach, all right, and someone who can help you feel healthier. I've had back problems this last year, and I've paid for chiropractors, I've paid for acupuncturists, massage therapists, I've done therapy, I've done all of this stuff. It's not giving me a return on money, but it is making me feel better. And that is priceless. Not to use the old Visa commercial cliche, that is priceless to me. So look at the value of the results that you're giving people and price your offers based on that. And how is that going to help them long term? Okay, so after you've gone through and you have set your new prices, you get on a discovery call and you go to talk to somebody and you go to say that new price and you choke on it a little bit. Okay, that's common. We all do that. So I want you to go into your bathroom or stand in front of a mirror you have somewhere in your house, or open up Zoom and just look at yourself as you're doing this. But I want you to practice saying that, this package is this much. And say it over and over and over again until you're really comfortable saying it, till it flows off your tongue and it's easy and you're not stuck choking on it when you get to that point in your presentation or your proposal call or whatever it is you're doing where you're having trouble saying that number. Okay? Practice it, make it easy. I hope this was really helpful to you. These are some quick pricing mindset things that I've learned over the years that have been really helpful to me. So I just wanted to share them and see if they'd help you too. If you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe and like the video and share it with somebody. I would be really honored if you did that. And if you have any questions, pop them in the comments below. I'd be happy to talk to you about them. We do have a free Facebook group if you'd like to join that and get some marketing help, or we have a very affordable paid marketing coaching group where you can get my eyes on your marketing every single week. So looking forward to seeing you in the future in another training video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.